All right, here we have a 2013 Isuzu NPR. This is a one owner gas 6-liter LS with 158,000 miles. Just had a fresh tune up, new plugs, coils, all just been done, and it had this brand new dump box put on it right before it showed up here. So very, very nice, very well taken care of rig. If you need a bigger dump truck, this is definitely a good candidate. Brand new steer tires on the front. Overall in pretty good shape for its age and mileage. Yeah, we'll go through it all. We'll check it all out here. So we'll hop in. It is power locks, power windows, manual mirrors. You just adjust my hand on those rods there, and there's a lot of different ways you could do that. You could either pull the rod towards you, you can move the mirror itself. Bunch of different ways to where you can get it exactly where you need it. But you got your dump controller right there. It tucks away behind the seat. Very nice step for getting in. So we'll hop in here. And these things are very interesting. Takes a little getting used to driving these guys, because your steer axles are right beneath where you sit. So you got to keep that in mind when taking corners. 158,000 miles. Fires up, runs, and drives beautifully. So over here, you've got your dome light, as well as your power locks, and then this is switches between your odometer. Oh, sorry. That switches between your odometer, your tripometer, all of that. Your cruise control activates right here. So that green button there, and then while you're driving, you just use this guy to set or resume your cruise control. Obviously headlight controls, and then blinkers on that switch as well. Wipers are on this side. This is not Bluetooth. It's pretty standard. These guys, especially in this year, didn't really have all those amenities. So you do get an AM, FM, CD radio, and then pretty straightforward climate control, hot, cold, on, off, where do you want it. Heater blows nice and hot. AC is nice and cold. You do have options for other buttons to be installed there, as well as a fuel card holder too, which could be handy. In that envelope is a receipt for the new steer tires we had put on the front. You got a couple of little cup holders there. A nice bench seat for the passenger and the middle. And then this also folds down just like that. So you have a nice little tray or writing pad, whatever you might need to use it for. You got warding triangles in the box behind the passenger seat there, as well as a couple of cubbies behind the driver's seat here. 2 cup holders and a bigger cubby right next to the parking brake. This is a 6-speed automatic. The heavy-duty transmission that they put behind the 3/4 ton and 1 ton Chevrolets in these years. Again, 2013. So, pretty good transmission. Just make sure you're taking care of it, servicing it regularly, and they shouldn't give you really any problems for the most part. Nice big cubby up here. Registration, paperwork for the vehicle, things like that. It's a good spot to put them. You do get a nice big wide visor as well, because you do have this behemoth of a windshield. Visibility out of this thing is pretty good. You can see pretty well everything you need to for the most part. So, and these trucks are run a long time. These Isuzus, they're a good workhorse. People just pile miles on them consistently. So, before we operate the dump bed though, we're going to walk around, we're going to open it up, show you what it's like in there. So, this guy opens just like this, and that comes up and over. So, nice clean box. couple of scrapes, but nothing too crazy. It obviously hasn't been heavily worked. Just pretty much your standard, you know, scrapes and bumps here and there. You can tell it wasn't hauling gravel or things like that all the time, if at all, because the bed is not all scratched up. It doesn't have a bunch of dings in it. As a bit of dirt, but that's about the extent of that. There is also another door up there. We'll show you that. So, and these are lockable doors. So, a guy could easily put a lock through there. There's also chains for holding the door open. You can chain it. There's another little loop right there for keeping that open. This guy is the forward door. So, and it operates the same way. But this gives you access to the front if you needed to get in here and shovel something out for any reason, or shift your load, depending on what you're using it for. You can get up in here in the front and make adjustments that way. And again, this guy is also lockable. They do make covers for these beds. You can have either a manual cover. They do also have automatic like roller covers. That there are some companies that make those. They can be very handy for tarping your load. I know a lot of places actually require that your loads be tarped, so something to consider. So passenger side here, you got your windshield wiper reservoir, and then you do have a nice little glove box right there. Other than that, not really much else to show on the passenger side. The seat does fold down, so you get access behind there. Same with the driver's side, it folds down flat the same way. So we'll go around, we'll show you the engine bay, and show you the dump box. So this one is hydraulic up and down. So I just did a video on a 14 1-ton Ford that we have out for sale that also has a hydraulic dump bed, but it is not power down. It is only power up. This guy does both. So there it is, hydraulic scissor hoist. And this will go all the way up, so it dumps right out. Just takes a little while here. So, and we just had this scissor system serviced as well. So it has brand new fluid. It's up to the proper level. So it makes this thing operate very, very smoothly without any issues. So we'll go all the way up there. It's got an automatic stopper, that way you don't bend the piston on that joint. You can see, there it goes. So it comes to an automatic stop. We'll go around the back. You can see pretty steep angle there, so anything that you have in there, it'll should slide out pretty easily. You want to make sure you have these doors chained to the side when you go to dump. If you were to have these straight out and then went to go dump it, you'd probably break them right off the hinges, because that is a pretty powerful scissor hoist. So don't want to make that mistake. Definitely chain them to the sides, that way they can't fall down. But let's go down with this, and we'll pick up the cab and show you that portion. So you can hear it power down. If it wasn't power, it would just be silent, and it would use the weight of the bed to collapse that piston. So power down, kind of handy, keeps things a bit safer. You don't have to worry about it going down on its own, because it kind of locks itself out. And there it is, all the way down. So we will tuck this guy behind here, because this does run through the bottom of the cab to the controller. These cabs, real easy to operate. There's a handle here. You have to squeeze that, and then pick up this handle here at the same time. So kind of hard to do one-handed. I'm gonna set this down for a second. All right, there we go. So that handle's up, and then lastly, you just grab this guy, and you pick it up. A little bit heavy, but not too bad. So 6-liter LS, runs and drives beautifully. Really easy to service these guys, especially since the cab lifts up. You get access to everything that you would ever need to work on. But again, this one had a fresh service, fresh tune-up, so it should be good to go for at least another 3,000 miles for the oil, and then probably quite a while on everything else. So we'll bring this back down. Make sure you don't pinch the wire there. That locks right back in, and then this guy just comes down and locks it back down there. Come back into the cab, pull your wire back through, that way it's not hanging down there, and you're all set to go. So that's what I have for you on this guy. 2013 Isuzu NPR 6-liter LS V8, one owner with 158,000 miles. Come see us here in Ethel, Idaho. Give our website a visit at www.familymotorcoidaho.com.